Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Pi Omega and Byzantium. So this is right after the war. We haven't really gotten anywhere. You can see that philosophy is still 15 turns away. The turn is 4742, year 167 AD, but we have been, after a long time, offered a trade deal for technology. So Mansa Musa here is offering us horse breeding for aesthetics. Now, there is a bit of a difference between the value of these technologies, but considering he is reaching out to us and wants to trade, I am tempted to say yes. So free technology for us, right? Sounds like a deal. And we have finished the sewer system in Antioch. I was hoping that we would see the technology immediately, but not right now. So let's just schedule around the calligraphy schools. On the other hand, I'm trying to improve my income because I'm thinking of building yet another city. So let's just start by, like porcelain workshop, then carpet maker, and then let's get the calligraphy school. That sounds right.
When God created the horse, he said to the magnificent creature, I have made thee as no other. All the treasures of the earth lie between thy eyes. Thou shalt carry my friends upon thy back. Thy saddle shall be the seat of prayers to me, and thou shalt fly without wings, and conquer without sword, O horse.
Interesting quotation from the Quran. So horse breeding leads to mounted archery, stirrups, and obviously it doesn't really give us any buildings, even though, it could, but it's mostly giving us access to number of mounted units. Mounted infantry, strength 8, heavy cavalry, strength 13. So this one requires horse, animal trainer horse, and bronze wires or iron wires, while heavy cavalry requires animal trainer, invention, heraldry, horse, and iron wires. Okay, invention and heraldry is definitely Middle Age technology. And then we got some Kushan riders here, Norman knights. Okay, Norman knights actually, invention and heraldry. Okay, it requires Norman. What's better on you? Starts with Commando, starts with March, Amphibious, and Commando. Okay. Then we got some Sipahi, Funch Cavalry, Heavy Tarkan, Vandal Pillagers, and Aswan Raiders, and a bunch of extra special units which are available. We're also getting a number of cultures added to the pool, an astrological influence of Sagittarius and Pisces. Pretty good. It's a free technology, so what would we complain about? Turn 4759, year 189 AD, and we are one turn away from philosophy. The question has to be asked though, what's new? Well, actually, quite a lot of things are new. If you look at the map, you will notice that we have raised two of the barbarian cities that were located in this area, thus actually freeing up quite a lot of space and having a nicer border that's not really all that threatening. We have been in constant clash with the barbarians since the beginning of our settlement here, so getting a bit more of a breathing room is much better. Now, I mentioned that in the very first update, which was a really quick one because we just got a technology there, but I'm also trying to increase our gold production heavily so that we can create a new city, or found a new city. And considering our recent campaigns, I decided that we're gonna utilize this free space here and make our border here just a little more concise. Now you can see that there is some stone here, we have gold, there's some prime timber, cotton. So we are improving this area, trying to build some roads and improve the places so that when we eventually settle here, we can actually start getting as much from it as possible. It's gonna be pretty good if we can get our hands on the gold and stone alone. That's gonna be worth a new city. But we're already at 27, very high up, so every extra city is giving us a hit. And not to mention, look at the distance from the capital. That is going to be a nightmare to fund, but hey, it has to be done. Now, I also want to mention that we are now moving our forces up north because we want to erase the city of Morian here. It's the closest barbarian city to us. It's actually pretty big. I think that by raising it, we're gonna get a bunch of settlers not settlers, what are they called? Captive population, I think. And we'll be able to use that one to improve our current cities, which is pretty darn good. Speaking of our cities, we are, doing really, really good. Our gold production is now at 13,655. The manufactured goods, meaning the amount of hammers that we're getting, in short, is now over 6,000. We are getting 6,038, and our crop yield, meaning how much food we get every turn, is now at 5,169. So there is quite a lot of growth here. If you've been tracking my videos and you remember them, I know there's quite a gap between each, but it's not that long since we had like 4,500 in both of these ones and about 10,000 in the gold production. So I'm pretty happy. As far as our population goes, we are nearing 750,000, which is really nice. I'm looking forward to getting that 1 million mark. Constantinople at this point is about 89 turns away from reaching the next population mark, which, 25, is it going to be 150 or 125? I don't know, but it's pretty good. It's still being chased by, I think it was Laodicea? No, there was another city that is actually threatening Constantinople's growth. I think it's Laodicea. Yeah, Laodicea is growing. It's gonna get population 24 in 70 turns. So for some time, Constantinople and Laodicea are gonna have the same population size. But then in 19 turns later, Constantinople is gonna jump to 25. It's kind of interesting because Laodicea as a port city is really doing good. It has a income in food of 127 at this point, while Constantinople has 128, so they are really getting even. And it's kind of nice to have like two different centers that can work as population centers for our empire in the future. Though I'm really determined to keep Constantinople as the capital throughout the entirety of the game. But yeah, a port city, with a lot of resources is gonna give Constantinople a run for its money. But hey, we got some wheat here, we got a river, some floodplains. There's a lot of places that we could actually benefit from in Constantinople. I'm not gonna say that we will not. Last but not least, I actually set all of the monuments that we could build to be constructed. Though, yeah, we are building the Erechtheum here. We are building the Parthenon here. Anything else? Shwedagon Paya is being built here. And anything else? Yeah, no, that's Terracotta Workshop, Basket Maker. I guess that's all that we had access to. But yeah, 3 monuments currently being built, which is pretty decent if you ask me. We're keeping our dominance, which is really good. The top 5 civilizations are on good terms with us, so I don't think that anything is really threatening us at this point. So let's just end the turn, see what philosophy brings us, and then jump to the next update, shall we?
I have gained this by philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of the law.
Aristotle. So philosophy gives us unhappiness in case we have a worldview cannibalism. It enables pacifism, enables build-up cleverness, 5, and leads to Taoism and weather war. And buildings, it gives us Angkor Wat. It gives us Lyceum, which is something that I was really looking forward to. Just look at that. Extra health, 2 extra production, 7 extra science, 6 extra culture, and we get a 1% bonus to research production. Can turn 1 citizen into scientist, we get extra happiness with democracy and meritocracy. Diplomats receive extra experience points, and we get 15 education plus 1 extra experience points for espionage units. Amazing. and the culture of Navajo. Yeah, here we have some extra new units. And pacifism. I actually already checked pacifism before I started recording this update. I don't really think that it's good, to be quite honest. When we compare it to conscription, look, conscription gives us extra maintenance, but it gives us extra military production, and it gives us extra production in capital and a bit of science. Compared to that, pacifism would lower the military unit production by 20%. It gives us extra chance to capture and avoid capture, and it gives a culture and gold production bonus in all cities, but lowers espionage and heavily lowers it in our capital. Plus, we would get a lot of extra unhappiness from all of these buildings. I mean, yeah, the money would be great, but I mean, I don't think we want that. The only benefit that I would actually see from this one would be that military units would, I guess, no longer be produced with food, which they are now produced. And yeah, one thing that I actually forgot to mention is the fact that while we're paying a lot for the, city maintenance, we're getting a 30% free military upkeep, which is nearly 500 gold. So when you count it together, we're paying about 150 gold for having a much better military, extra production in capital, no penalty, and we're getting bonus to even to science. So yeah, and our units are trained 20% faster. So I really don't think we're gonna go with pacifism. It just doesn't seem like a good choice. Okay, well, combat sports come in 13 turns, and when that comes, I'll be back here to give you the next update. Turn 4772, year 205 AD, and we are 1 turn away from combat sports. But before we jump into that, what's new? Well, a couple of things. First of all, I mentioned in the last update that our units are moving towards erasing the city of Morian. So you can see here that we are amassing our units here, which are going to launch the attack on the city very soon. I'm planning to raise it, which is not going to be all that hard. The defense of the city is only 30%, so the biggest issue is going to be how to get rid of the composite bowmen there. Those are always a proverbial bitch to kill. Best defensive unit ever. That's why I'm actually having them in all of my cities. On the account of raising cities, I have used all of the population that we gathered by raising the barbarian cities in the south and distributing them to Triadica, which is now at population 7. Being one of the younger cities, it's pretty good to see it going up. It's finishing the fishmonger, which will give it 8 food every turn, which you can see will nearly give it 1 extra third of its production. And then it's going to work on Town Hall, getting extra production. It already has 119 hammers every turn. And then we're going to go with Candy Shop, getting extra gold production. In the south, you can see that we are continuing with the improvement plan. We built some mines over here. We're planning to build a quarry at the stone tile, though we cannot do it right now because it's outside of our borders. But we have the pigs and the horses already covered. We have a cotton plantation prepared here. There's some donkeys here that we could utilize. We built some we built also the lumberjack at the prime timber. We built a mine here for nothing. I keep improving the territory, so sorry for the stuttering. It's just to realize what you did in the past 12 to 15 turns is always a bit of a difficulty for me. Anyway, with that said, what I am very proud of, though, is that I managed to destroy all of the roads that are connecting Babylon and Carthage to other civilizations. You can see that all of the roads that we have are ending somewhere. So they no longer can trade with anyone, apart from themselves, though I think that I cut them... Yeah, I don't think they're even connected to each other anymore. I focused on cutting their connections as much as I could using my assassin, destroying the roads wherever I could. And finally we managed to do that. So they are now isolated, which makes me happy, because it should just slow their growth to a minimum, because there's no external trade. Even though they got some pretty big cities, those won't grow any more, at least not much more. Okay, and apart from that, you can see that the income is growing steadily, so the city is going to be settled soon. I'm thinking if... Oh, I showed you the statistics last time, so let's look at it right now. The gold production is now at 14,051 gold per turn. Manufactured goods at 6,147 hammers, and crop yield of 5,152. If you're watching this episode, you will have much a better understanding of how much we grew than I do, because I keep checking on these numbers from time to time, but again, you know, continuity is making this a bit harder. What's important though is that we now have a population of 750,000. That's something that's making me super happy. So we've had a lot of growth in the previous turns. I think last time we checked it, it was like 30,000 people less, so that is a really big jump. Anyway, with that said, I think we can end the turn now and hear it for combat sports. I'm looking forward to getting them and moving on to the next technology.
Give me an athlete, and I'll give you an army.
Adolf Hitler, not usually the guy you should take advice from. But anyway, combat sports unfortunately upsets bull leaping and fighting pit, but I don't think we had either of these. It gives us cautious 5 and leads to drama. Improvements you can see here, the cautious 5, pretty good one. Though we're not really using that one. The withdrawal chance, but again, that could be pretty good for some of the raider units that we have. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, a new Wonders, Flavian Amphitheater, pretty good one. Free Colosseum in every city, that's actually a pretty good one. Olympic Games gives us extra culture, extra income, extra happiness, but lowers military unit production by 90%, but it gives 50% extra trade route yield. And plus happiness in all cities, extra culture. Well, that's a give or take. Statue of a Champion, National Wonder, lowers happiness during war by 50% and gives extra culture of +2 and 2%. These percentage ones are really strong. They really add up a lot. And 4 happiness. Colosseum itself is a replacement for arena and fighting pit, giving, if I see correctly, more income and more culture, more happiness, more unhappiness with pacifism, more happiness with proletariat and philanthropy, gives extra free experience points. I think that arena gave 2. So that would be 1 extra for melee unit, and +4 education. Then we have Gladiator School. Gives bonus to new melee units, a bit of culture and happiness. Again, unhappiness with pacifism. And then we have a Ball Court. Extra income, happiness, and healthiness. I guess you can get hurt there. And extra culture. New melee units receive +2 experience. Let's check if we can see, for example, do you have the arena or not? I think you don't. What can you build me? Anything interesting here? Coffee house, 14 turns. Food. It's also very expensive here, so let's put you on some of these tasks. Market scales here. Crime is doing good. Okay, seller's gonna be good because that saves row. And let's get you sculpture workshops, maker, festival. Let's get you that insurance office. Oh, a magic shop. Okay, magic shop is much better. I mean, at least for you at this point. Glaze maker, fortune teller. I'll keep it like this for now. Okay, and we can now check on that arena because I'm interested. So Colosseum, and where's arena? Wait, buildings. Arena. It gave, yeah, +2 experience points. Oh, and it gave just, oh wow, actually. It gave nothing, so these ones are gonna give us quite a lot of extra boost. Culture, gold, education, and extra point in experience. Not bad. And you know what, I decided that I'm gonna do another update in this episode, so I'll see you in 19 turns with drama. Damn. 19 turns. Oh well. Turn 4791. Year 230 AD. And we are 1 turn away from drama. Now, I have 3 major updates for this one. First one is that we are finalizing our preparation for the new city. I've chosen the square where it's going to be located, which is going to be here, and because our borders have grown, we can now build, and we already did build the quarry here. So everything is pretty much ready. It has access to prime timber, to the mine, to gold, to this one. The only issue that we're going to have a bit is food, but it should have access to at least to these pigs. We'll see. We'll have to prioritize the growth for that city, and I mean population growth as much as possible. Next thing that I want to mention is that we have raised the city that was here. I forgot what it was, Miriam? I think it was called Miriam. But there are still enemy barbarian borders here. I think it's because of the Sakai, even though, or the city of Sakai here, even though it's kind of weird that there is no overlap here. Never seen this happen before, but on the other hand, I don't really care. The city is gonna go down, our units are preparing to assault it and destroy it, at which point we're gonna have actually border expanding into this area so much that we can think about creating a new city here. So yeah, considering the income is very high and this city would be fairly close to Constantinople, it is not out of the question. So I'm considering that. Last but not least, I have went through the technologies and set all of them until the end of this era. What I mean by that is all the way to medieval lifestyle. Right now we are finishing drama, which will allow us to adjust the culture rate, but more importantly it's going to give a boost to calligraphy school, kind of big one, free culture and free science. After that I decided we're going to go in the next episode for siege warfare, for machinery, and then for water wheel. I like water wheel because it gives a lot of bonuses. For example, Noria gives all river tiles extra food, water clock, okay, that's not connected to that, even though it gives plus 10% in extra production, which is really good. But watermill is going to give us extra food. Base is 2. If you have barley, corn, rice, or wheat in the city vicinity, you get 2 extra for each of those. And we can start building watermills around our territory. Machinery that I skipped is going to be really good because it gives carriage builder, donkey mill, and some other things like city gates. But I'm mostly interested in lumber mills. Lumber mills are improvements to our current... where is it? Yeah, you need the lumber camp, which gives +3, and we're going to be able to upgrade this to lumber mills, but that's actually not what I wanted. The one that I wanted to show you is the tile upgrade, which is connected to that. Where is it? Machinery. Growth, timber... here it is, can build lumber mill. Okay, so this one is the one that I wanted to show you. Because right now we have been building, what, lumberjack? Yeah, lumberjack, giving us 3 production and 1 gold. Lumber mill is giving us 6 production and 4 gold. And plus 1 gold on river, which I'm not entirely sure how that works, but again, this is a huge boost. You know how many lumberjacks we have everywhere. Just look at the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's just this little part. Near Constantinople, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one of these is gonna... I don't know if they're gonna upgrade on their own, or if we will have to upgrade it manually, but each one of that building's gonna grow to give us more production. So, you know, that is amazing, and I'm looking forward to that quite a lot. After the water wheel, we are going to skip and go to weather war, which is gonna give extra moves for water units, gold to whaling boats and fishing boats. We get weather vanes, which I believe is an upgrade to the cold observer's hut. So cold, okay, it doesn't show what it gives us, but I think that cold observer's hut give us 1 science and 1 culture, or 1 food and 1 culture, and this one gives 2 food, 1 science, and 2 culture, which is great. And then to geocentrism, which it doesn't give us all that much, but it gives access to the Almagest, which is a world wonder, increasing science dramatically in the city where you build it. So I want that one. Where's number 7? Number 7. Mosaic working. That's gonna give us a mosaic workshop and plaza. Not much to look at, but it leads to paved roads, which is much to look at. Paved roads as a building is going to give us extra income, huge boost to trade route yield and extra trade route, and we can make paved roads, which, believe it or not, gives us a lowered movement cost. Right now we have, no, not roads. Wait, there's a trail, which is a basic movement cost, and there's path, and that one upgrades to... Oh no, to road, okay, to road, and that one upgrades to paved road, which lowers the movement cost. So right now we can move 2 tiles with unit that has a movement of 1, and we will be able to move to 3 tiles, because 0.4 you can fit more than 2 of these into a place, and units that have actual movement of 2 are going to be able to move 5 tiles instead of only 4. So it is a really good one, and it gives a bunch of extra bonuses. Road was giving boost to archaeological site, fossil dig site, farm, mine, lumber mill, suburbs, town, villages, and workshop. Or paved road gives bonus extra, okay, to shaft mine. I don't know what that one is. Okay, just to shaft mine. Okay, never mind. But we get extra movement. That's what I'm mostly concerned with. After that, we're gonna go with musical notation. That is just a thing that gives a huge boost to all of our buildings producing culture, or most of them, if not all. It also gives monkey breather and music school. Okay, music school is pretty good. Then poetry. You can see that I haven't checked all of these all that much because they are far away. But bardic circle is really good building. I remember that. It's not great in the beginning, but you can see that with guilds, heraldry, acoustics, and romanticism, it gets progressively better. So that is really good. And the first one to discover this gets a great artist. Okay, I didn't even notice that. It's not worth it. It's not worth to rush. After poetry, we get to floristry, giving us all of these beautiful, small, tiny buildings that we get. But you know, some of these can be built in many of our cities, so every little bit helps. And then we move all the way back to mounted archery and stirrups. After which, we move on to medieval lifestyle. I think I already mentioned that even the classical lifestyle is new for me. I think I ended the previous playthrough somewhere around either end of sedentary or beginning of classical. So I'm playing blind pretty much here, and medieval is going to be completed blind. I've never reached that before. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it's just a couple of episodes away. So pretty darn cool. Anyway, as far as our production goes, manufactured goods 6,218. Food, you can see the production is not increasing all that much, 5,166, but gold production has jumped massively to 14,115. Okay, let's hear it for drama. Oh, hello, Mansamusa. You want to trade? Guinea pigs for silk. Sure. And Neanderthals want us to convert. Nope.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts.
Okay, so as we discussed before, drama gives us amazing thing, which is a boost to calligraphy school. Each one that we have built, and I think we have it nearly in all of our cities, now gets extra science income and extra culture, making it more and more important for us. So we need to focus on these in the future more, because as we progress, they are going to get much and much better. We already, I think, covered aesthetics, drama, poetry we know we're gonna get, and then paper, cartography, and charters come. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. We get costume shop, which actually could be really good, because I think we don't have access to shoes and ostrich feathers, but hats, jewelry, and masks most of our cities have. And then theater. Again, not a great building on its own, but with free artistry, extra 5 gold and culture, modern art 7 gold and 7 culture, and mass media 7 gold and 7 culture. Nice. Okay. So let's actually look at Constantinople, which is only 57 turns away from growing. Yep. Wow. Actual 7.8? What the hell? That is way better than was projected. Theater, okay, theater is much worse, but on the other hand gives more happiness and quite a lot of culture. Gondola canals, I didn't even notice that one. Bathhouses, well, we don't really have a problem with, wow, plus 13 disease. Yeah, I've been liquidating some of the extra units that we have, because we pay a lot of extra maintenance for unneeded patrols and disease and education units, so I've been removing them, which sometimes leads me to shocks like this, but plus 14, that's gonna stop somewhere at like minus 300, not a big issue. Throne room, yeah, no, I don't like that one, so let's go with the costume shop. That's actually a pretty good one. Then the canals, and then Colosseum. Anyway, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the update. God damn it, we still have a burglar running around. I'm trying to hunt him down. He was somewhere around here, and now I was hoping that they... No! Okay, so the assassin... God damn it! So we got 2 assassins and a burglar. Cool. Well, I guess they finally caught on and started plaguing me with the same things that I'm plaguing them with. Well, anyway, in the next episode you're most likely going to see... Oh, actually we do have a settler here already. Cool, so we can end the episode by founding the new city. So let's do it. Adramitium. Nice. Okay, and you can see that we're getting some decent food and production here. But we are going to go straight up for production for now. Well, okay, let's do it like this. Nice, Adramitium population 2. We got a bunch of units here already available for protection. Okay, and yeah, considering the situation, this is gonna be... Yeah, the city is gonna grow fairly fast, though that's only counting the actual industrial production and not food. But we'll, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. You have immediate access to the candy shop. Interesting. Anyway, That's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode.